What is the tea? What is the happening? What is it that you need to know? Let's see. Well, that smells really good. Holy Spirit, cleanse the energies around me so that all messages may come through accurate and concise, removing any blockages, hindrances, or negative energy being sent my way. So we're going to start with tarot here and just see what is going on in the energy. What is the tea? Okay. What is the tea? So this is what's happening around you right now. What's happening around the collective right now that they're not seeing? Oh. So what's happening around you right now that you're not seeing is that somebody is doing some research on you. Somebody is trying to find out information. Like they're digging deep here. And I got the eight of wands at the bottom of the deck here. Somebody is looking you up. And then the Wheel of Fortune also revealed itself. So this could be someone looking doing their research because they want to communicate something to you that could actually change um, your life in some way. So we got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Mm. So with the Ace of Swords coming out, it's giving me an energy like, yes, it's confirmation. Somebody is looking into you at this time, but they could be wanting to bring you some sort of offer or some sort of information that can actually change things for you here. But we also have the Two of Swords coming right behind that. So there's some sort of hard decision that you're going to have here. You're going to have to choose here. And it's like you're going to have to use your intuition whenever you do make this choice because on this card, her eyes are blindfolded. So it's not going to be something that you can look at and make a decision. You're going to have to go within to make a decision. Okay. And it's like trust your intuition because there's clarity in your intuition. King of Wands comes out. With the King of Wands, it talks about a very magnetic masculine energy here, right? This is a person who could be a very handsome gentleman or whatever the case is. Take the energy as it resonates, but this could be this could be a masculine energy that is definitely doing the research, okay, on this feminine energy who has to decide with the Two of Swords being a woman in the card and the Six of Cups coming out. The Six of Cups. And following the Six of Cups is this Page of Wands in the reverse. So the Page of Wands is talking about exploring something new, okay? Exploring new passions and ideas and, just being creative. But with the Six of Cups, it talked about the past. It talked about nostalgia. So it's almost like choosing between something new and the past. But with the Page of Wands being in the reverse here, it's almost like it's saying, hey, don't explore anything from the past. Just move into this new energy here because that's where some sort of fortune could actually lie. And I'm seeing the sun at the bottom of the deck. I'm seeing the sun at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like the quicker you can release the past, then the quicker you can release the burdens. I just had the 10 of Wands come out in the reverse. As soon as I said as quick as you can release the past, then boop, out pops the 10 of Wands. So as quick as you can release the past, the quicker you can release your burdens. So somebody is being held hostage right now from something in their past, and it's actually causing them more burdens. I have the moon at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely something you're not seeing. So you're not seeing that something from your past is holding you back from this fortune, okay? And what you don't see is that this is causing conflict here. It's causing conflict in your thought process. Wow. Yeah, in regards to, oh my gosh, come on, spirit. I love when spirit come through. So yes, this is causing conflict, right, in your thought process here when it comes to leaving something behind from the past. The Eight of Cups is literally falling right underneath the Six of Cups. So it's definitely something in your past that you need to move away from here so that you can go towards deeper fulfillment. And you have the star coming out under the Page of Wands in reverse. So it's like not going towards this new beginning, is a new beginning with something in the past is actually going to bring in healing for you. And also it sets you up on this stage to be seen by someone who is going to want to come in and offer something, whoever this person is that's doing this research on you, with the Knight of Cups coming out. Okay, it's like somebody wants to take your burdens away and offer you this cup here, something fulfilling, and they want to bring in this fresh new energy with the Page of Cups here. Yeah, it's like you've been conflicted because there's a hard choice to make. Okay, but whatever energy is holding you back from the past is actually causing you to be conflicted now. And you have the Seven of Cups coming right underneath the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. So it's like you're conflicted because there are so many options here. There are so many options. But you have to clear your mind so that you can move into this Nine of Pentacle energy, very luxurious, very abundance energy, okay? And then Queen of Wands coming right underneath. So it's like you have to move away from something in your past in order to attract in what it is that is trying to come in towards you, honestly, because the Queen of Wands is coming underneath the Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And with the Two of Pentacles coming underneath the Page of Wands and reversing the star, is definitely saying like this is designed to balance things out for you. Okay, it's designed to balance things out for you. Bring in this Ace of Cups here. Bring in this Ace of Cups. It's like there's an overflow in the energy. I just heard something ding. There's an overflow in the energy, right? It's like you're being presented with the divine cup now. That's gonna be what's the scripture? My cup runneth over, and then boom, the tower. The tower comes to shake things up for you. The tower comes to move things. It's like things that you thought were important, things that you gave priority to in the past is no longer serving. Okay, it can no longer reign in your life. So they're going to have to be torn down by the tower. They're going to have to fall out of the tower because it's of no use to you at all. Okay? It's of no use anymore. So it's like whatever you gave dominion over you in the past is being beheaded in a sense with this tower energy coming through. But this is only to bring in this Six of Pentacles energy, this give and take kind of energy, this equal give and take energy, right? And the Queen of Swords comes out, giving you clarity on the matter, clarity and truth on the matter. But the Queen of Swords is also someone who is intelligent and intuitive and knows what to say, knows how to communicate, okay? And you have the Strength card coming out following the High Priestess. So it's like you have very strong intuition. You have very strong intuition, and it's taking me back to that trust your intuition, because it's going to, and there's that ding, trust your intuition is going to give you clarity and truth. And the Temperance card followed by the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the Temperance card is all about balance, it's about patience. Okay, and the Four of Pentacles is about stability and standing your ground here. So this overflowing cup that's coming from the divine here is definitely going to bring in a level of balance, right? It's going to level things out for you, but there is patience required here. Patience is going to be required for these things to come through. And with the Four of Pentacles coming under the Tower, it's basically saying you have to tear down that old foundation that you operated on so that this new one can come in stable and still without being moved. And you also have the Seven of Swords coming out. That's that very deceptive, tricksy energy. Deceptive and tricksy, okay, sneaky, thief, all that. So there could have been someone who basically was trying to steal something from you. Could very well be somebody could have been trying to steal your reasoning away, right? Somebody could have been like gaslighting you and making you think like you didn't deserve what you deserve so that they can keep you in this very toxic, burdensome energy. It's like they felt like if they could control your mind, if they could gain control over your mind, then they could control you. Somebody wanted to keep you in a very submissive kind of energy. So that's why they were being extremely deceptive here. But this is a person who is now facing judgment for this. Okay, literally, I'm getting a Seven of Wands, which is the card of defense, right? So it's like your spirit team called judgment on this. Judgment was called. And now your spirit team is fighting for you. They're fighting for you. They're fighting for you to gain this new perspective. It's like there's something that has to change in your mind. There's something that has to change in your mind. It's like you have to sacrifice an old way of thinking in order to open a door to this victory here with the Six of Wands. You have the Six of Wands here, which talks about victory. They want you to win the war. Excuse me. They want you to win this battle of the mind. Okay? They want you to win the battle of the mind, and they want you to persevere. They want you to persevere, but at the same time, it's like you have to be guarded to a certain degree because you just don't know here. You don't know. And it could be your clarity, your intuition trying to come through and let you know, like, hey, you need to be guarded, okay? Especially when it comes to spiritual matters here with the Hierophant revealing itself. The Hierophant reveals itself here. It's like you need to kind of what's some what I'm trying to say is you need to put up that wall of protection. So any kind of extra protection that you can give yourself here when it comes to the spiritual realm, right? They're telling you like, hey, you need to protect your spirituality. You need to protect your gifts. You need to protect your knowledge. Okay, all of these things need to be protected, right? Because this is the thing that is gonna translate into these pinnacles in a material world. Because if not, then it's like you're gonna just be stuck in this mindset if you don't. So spiritual protection is gonna be key here. It's gonna be key to some sort of celebration, to being able to celebrate something that you may have missed out on, which could have very well been Pentacles. I got the Ten of Pentacles, right? And before that was the Four of Cups. So, and before that was the Three of Cups. So it's like you're meant to celebrate here. You're meant to have a celebration on all the things that you missed out on, all the things that the divine was trying to give to you before, but you weren't focused. Your mind was literally on something else. The Four of Cups also talks about contemplation. So you were contemplating on other things, thinking and worrying about all these other things, and literally missing what the divine was trying to give you. Hey, Jeremy. Followed by the Ten of Pentacles. The divine was trying to give you everything. Everything. Because you could be a very spiritual person, but there's just that one thing you have to change when it comes to something in your past. It's like an old way of thinking, right? You have to bind that, cast it out, okay? Bring it down to the foundation. You have to not break up the foundation with the concrete drills and all that. You really, really gotta dig deeper here when it comes to a certain way that you think, because it's holding you back. But the good thing is it'll be revealed to you in a moment. So there's going to be a moment where it's actually being revealed to you, like, wow, like the way that I think about this certain thing, it could literally be affecting everything I want. So you're definitely going to have that moment here. And then that's going to bring in the end of this cycle with the World card coming out. That's going to bring in the end of this cycle. And also, it's going to release that Empress energy with the Empress coming out. Okay, and once you release that Empress energy, then you can move into this extremely fast manifestation mode with the Magician coming out. Okay, and what's behind the Magician? The Queen of Pentacles, because now you're going to have this grounded energy, right? This grounded energy that's extremely fruitful here for manifestation. You're going to have that Empress energy, that clear conscience, that confidence, right? That clarity all the way across the board, okay? And that's going to bring in this Ace of Pentacles and the freaking Ten of Cups. You got this new beginning, okay, towards this extreme fulfillment here. Literally, a happy life. A happy life where you get to rest with the Four of Swords. You get to rest. And it's like you're no longer making these impulsive decisions with the Knight of Wands coming out, followed by the Three of Swords. So you're understanding that slow and steady wins the race, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. That's what you're learning, not to move too fast, not to move off impulse. So that could actually be the thing. That could actually be the thing that you're needing to release, that impulse. You could be a very impulsive person, right? So being an impulsive person, you just make split-second decisions without really thinking about all the consequences involved here. So yes, that's It's definitely giving like that. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's impulsive energy, very impulsive energy that is going to have to be like done. It's going to have to be thrown out. It's going to have to be tamed because it being in this impulsive energy is what leads to all these heartbreaks, like really like gut wrenching heartbreak here, bleeding heart, heartbreak energy, right? So it's like you're gonna have to learn to not be so impulsive if you want stability, if you want consistency. You cannot be impulsive. You have to think ahead, right? You have to think for the long term. But there's a chariot here, okay, which is about forward movement, moving forward in the battle towards success, okay, where you'll be able to do this victory lap here. And we have the lovers coming out as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Yes. So you can't be impulsive just because it's something that you love here. You cannot be impulsive just because it's something you've always wanted. You still cannot be impulsive, right? You still have to be consistent with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Because only thing that impulse leads to is this. Oh my gosh, and then look, the death right underneath the Ten of Swords. It's endings after ending. That's it. That's all impulse leads to. Impulse leads to endings and betrayals because you're not giving yourself enough time to see things through, to figure things out, to do your own research while somebody is researching you. You're not giving yourself time to do your own research here. You're just moving off impulse because it's something you want. But that could be the very thing that betrays you. Just your own decision here. Literally. This could cause great endings. This is like major endings with the Ten of Swords followed by the death. It's like the endings of the end. It's like there's no return here, but there can be a rebirth instead. So we have that Eight of Wands actually coming back out again, followed by that Wheel of Fortune. Yes. So there is gonna be some sort of communication or some sort of action that's going to happen here that changes things for the better. Okay. And all you have to do is take the risk, take the leap of faith towards this new beginning, towards this new energy. Okay. Of consistency and thoroughness. And that's where your justice lies. That's where your justice lies. Because then you expand, right? It's like you expand your options and bring in this King of Cups energy. Very stable in emotions, right? So this is what this is going to lead to. It's going to lead to this expansion and stability. And this is actually going to move you towards calmer waters, and it's going to move you away from things that didn't work out before, because now you have a plan, right? Now you have a plan for this new beginning, okay? And this Emperor is coming out here. You have this plan for a new beginning that is meant to bring this sure level of stability here. A sure level of stability, but not just a sure level of stability. It's also a sound mind, a stable mind as well. knowing exactly what to say, knowing exactly what to do here, and putting in the work with the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work to do so that you can defeat, okay? So that you can conquer things, right? And then you have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups here coming out to remind you to use your intuition. Just using your intuition is going to allow you to basically make better decisions that actually lead to you being able to defeat whatever this is, right? And with the Page of Pentacles, it just gives that energy like, you get to focus on your goal with a clear mind. It's like trust your intuition. Trust your intuition when it comes to your goals here, because it's going to guide you in the right direction on how you should plant that seed, right? So when you plant the seed, then comes the sun card, right? The sun comes out. And the sun comes out after that seed has been planted to nourish it and make it grow, right? And all of a sudden, you have all this growth with the Knight of Swords. This is a fast moving card. Fast growth from all the losses you've endured here. Fast growth from all the losses. And then the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about this soulmate energy. It's like you coming into union with people who agree with you on a soul level. So because you're making these better decisions, it's putting you in an energy where you're being your authentic self in all aspects of life. You're being your authentic self, literally, right? And the devil is losing. The devil is losing. I literally have the devil followed by the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Swords. Followed by the Nine of Swords. So it's like this devilish energy is decreasing here. This, and then also it's giving me the energy of a lack mindset, right? Having that lack mindset is very low vibrational here. And it keeps you in your head. It keeps you in your head. Having that lack mindset, it keeps you chained to a certain realm. It keeps you chained, okay? Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, it's definitely giving that energy like, look, the devil is going to be on the decline because you're not worried about financial situations, or you won't have to be. But in that lack mindset, it is it attaches you to some very low vibrations. So you meet people who have very low vibrations, literally. And you meet people with these low vibrations and they try to keep you in that low vibration because they don't want, they're comfortable there. They're surrounded and consumed in fear. So they want you to be there with them. They want you to be out in the cold with them. Okay, on this Five of Pentacles card, you got two people out in the cold. On the Devil card, you got two people attached with chains, being burdened with chains, can't move freely, can't do what you want to do, right? That's that low vibration. Having that lack mindset stops you from doing everything you want to do. It does. It stops you from going where you want to go. It stops you from connecting with other people who could actually help. And also, it keeps you in a terrible headspace. Constantly worrying, 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 worrying. Worrying instead of resting, which is what this new mindset is going to bring in. You being able to rest. And that's followed by the Four of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, right? So releasing that mindset of lack, right? Releasing that lack mindset, you free yourself from the bondage of that low vibration. So now you can elevate, okay? And now you get to be erected with the Four of Wands here. Happy home, happy relationship, okay? Possibly even a higher level of commitment if that's what you're wanting, okay? Whatever you're manifesting. And also collaborations, good collaborations, stable collaborations, fruitful collaborations is the energy here. So let's see what the hard truth is. So what's the hard truth that the collective needs to know, Spirit? What's the hard truth here that they need to know? It says judgment. You're trapped in a cycle of criticism towards yourself and others, blocking the growth that comes from compassion. Release the need to judge and find freedom in your loving, authentic self. Self-sabotage. Your actions stem from fear and self-doubt. Consciously address patterns and behaviors by questioning the purpose they serve. Bottled up. Holding things in strengthens their grip on you. Expressed and released to diminish their power and foster true healing. So yeah, definitely there's a release that needs to take place here, you guys. So the sooner you can release these things, the self-sabotage, just the judgment of others, being overly critical, okay, holding things in, right? Then the quicker you can release the burdens, because that's where they come from at the end of the day. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.